Whenever we take a picture of an object that's moving, we get some degree of motion blur. Now, the amount of blur will depend upon how fast the object's moving, as well as how much the shutter is open. Now, we can simulate this effect in Maya using motion blur as well. So let's take a look at this scene. If I play it back, you'll see this rocket is basically just flying by the camera. Now, if we were to stop this, say at around frame 25, and render it, you'll see that, well, the object doesn't really look like it's moving. It's just like a still image. So if you were to play this in sequence, as in an animation, you might get stuttering of the object. Motion blur can help to smooth out that motion. So we can add this in our render settings menu. So let's go into that. And in Mental Ray, we'll find this under the Scene tab. We can open up the shutter rollout here, and there's an option here for motion blur. So right now, motion blur is off, but we have two options. One is called no deformation. Now that's for motion blurring objects that don't change shape. So this rocket would be a perfect example. It's just a solid object that's moving. The other option is full, and this will take into account the object's deformation as well. So I'm going to go ahead and just say no deformation. And then we have a couple of other options here. One is the keyframe location. Do we want to set the motion blur start at the beginning, the middle, or the end of the frame? I'm going to leave this at the default of middle of the frame. And then how many motion steps do we want? In other words, how many times do we want to sample the image to create the effect? So once I have all of these in place, let's go ahead and just do a quick render. As you can see, we've got some blurring. But let's say we wanted to blur this more. Well, we can certainly go into render settings and affect this. One of the things we can do is we can add some steps to smooth it out. And the other one is we can do this motion blur by to increase it. So the bigger the number, the more it will blur. In other words, the more samples it will take and the further apart those samples will be. So let's put in, say, a larger number. Instead of 1, let's type in 4 and see what happens. And there we have a very blurred rocket ship. So if we want, we can dial it back a little bit, maybe dial it back to 2. So as you can see, motion blur is very easy to set up in the renderer. Now, if you want to visualize motion blur in the viewport, you can also do that. So if we go into Renderer Viewport 2.0, we can go into our options, and there will be an option here for motion blur, and we can enable that. And that will create a motion blur effect. And we have several options here. One is the type of motion blur. The other one is how long is the shutter open. So you can see that as I increase that, I get more of a blur. And then how many samples. So this will, again, create more or less quality. Now, all of this is rendered on the graphics card, so a faster graphics card can make this work better. Now, this is just in the viewport. This is not how it will render. Your Mental Ray settings will override this, but this is a great way just to kind of visualize how your motion blur will render as you work with the scene.